Supervive is a game. It's not a game you can play yet. It's only available to the top 1% right now. The elite, the Illuminati, the billionaires, TSM Myth, and some silly schmucks like me and my friends. My name is Harry, and I think I would title myself as a veteran gamer. I'm a big fan of games, so you can take my word for it when I tell you the truth about the game Supervive today. Hey, this is Harry from the future real quick. I just wanted to let you know real quick that I'm a big idiot. So there's no wonder why I wasn't sponsored, why they didn't pay me money to sponsor their game, because I don't even know how to say it right. So every time you hear me say Supervive, I actually mean Supervive. That's the name of the game, Supervive, not Supervive. I'm really sorry, Theorycraft. I'm a big idiot, man. I don't know what to tell you. Anyways, back to the review, back to the video. First things first, Supervive is a battle royale, top-down shooter, kind of a mix of League of Legends and Overwatch, and whatever your favorite battle royale is, all rolled into one. When it comes out, Supervive will be free to play, and you'll be able to play with your friends. Whether they're good at the game or not, you can still play with them. Let me just get straight to the point. I'm not going to be yoinking your yoinker. I'm going to be honest with you. Would I recommend Supervive? Yes. I think it is a very fun game, and playing with friends makes it 1,000 times better, honestly. The friends really sell the game to me. Don't get me wrong, the gameplay, everything's great, but just being able to just play with your homies, it makes for a fun experience. I'd say Supervive is very collaborative, so the more you can talk to your teammates, like your friends, the more you can do well in the game. Overall, I think I'd give Supervive a 7 or maybe even 8 out of 10. I feel that highly of it. I also want to get this out of the way. Yes, Theorycraft, the makers of Supervive, let me play their alpha version. Let me play the game early, but that does not mean whatsoever I'm sponsored by them. I'm not making any money saying any good things about this game. They're not going to give me anything other than the game for free, but the game is free to play. So what does that do for me? Just so you know, Theorycraft didn't pay me anything to say this. This is my honest opinion. I'm not shelling out for anyone. I'm okay. No one's under this desk right now. Give me a little. No one's under here. I see. Look, pants are zipped up, dude. My pants are zipped. No one's playing with my yoinker. All right, let's get appropriate about this. I'm a very appropriate guy. Very mature. I'm going to cut up this review into sections depending on what you really want to know about this game. And I'm deciding to talk about the heroes first. The heroes are fun and unique hunters. That's what Supervive calls them. They're split into different classes, which I can't remember what they are, but they're up on your screen right now. A lot of the different hunters in the game might remind you of certain heroes from Overwatch or Valorant, but there are also a lot of hunters with their own unique traits that make the game feel fresh. And even the hunters that remind you of heroes from Overwatch or Valorant, they have also unique traits and skill sets to them that make them original to the game. It's not a knockoff, okay, I swear. A cool thing about Supervive is that every hunter you pick has their own loadout already selected for you. So that means every time you drop into the map, they have their own weapons and they'll attack with their own moveset that they have for the entire game. That makes the hunter easy to learn and makes it sure that you don't have to really lean onto the loot pool, that you already know what your hunter's going to have and how to use it in a battle strategically. It also is nice because then you don't have to worry about looting guns like a typical battle royale, which when I played through, I personally enjoyed not having to search for a gun because that can take time from the game. Instead, your hunter has a level up system throughout the game. When you first drop into the map, you'll be at level 1 and your level will increase as you kill creeps. Not like Drake creeps, like creeps. That's what the mobs are called in the game. Your level can also increase by killing players. When your hunter levels up, you can choose which hunter abilities you would like to unlock or upgrade, which is super fun and plays into the strategy of the game. Which ability do you want to invest into when you level up your character? Which ones are more important to you? Which ones will help you the most? It's very fun and strategic, and you get to learn about your hunter and what you like about your hunter's skill set. Even though you don't have to loot for weapons, you can pick up swords, shields, and other armor or special abilities found around the map, from killing mobs, raiding vaults, or searching the map. But it's not as overwhelming as you think it is. Your character can't really carry much unless you find a backpack, so the options make it more limited so it's not as scary and overwhelming to what stuff you have to pick up. To be completely honest with you guys, the items were a bit scary and kind of overwhelming to me at first as a new player. But keep in mind, I have a walnut-sized brain, and so I got only so much information can squeeze into this stuff. I only had a limited 4-hour window to play Supervive, so I only had 4 hours to experience the game, really. But with the time I spent in the game, I could see myself learning more about what I like and what I don't like to have in my inventory. It really only took 1 day to learn it. And this is coming from a guy who really hates to read in video games. Like seriously, when I play a game, I mostly want to play it. If it has any reading about certain objects and it gets to be too much, I get turned off from the game. I'm shutting it off, and dude, I'm just going to my bread and butter Fortnite. If I have to read too much, I'm out of here. So I want to make this clear to my illiterate friends and friends who've never read Frankenstein or the Scarlet Letter senior year in English class, or any other required reading you had to do in high school. This game does not become a 2,000-word essay every time you want to learn about a character or item. It just doesn't. So you can rest assured that you'll know about how items work if you choose to. You can read the small little paragraph about them, but it's not going to become like you have to get your reading glasses out every 5 minutes. Like, it's easy to learn, but there are items that do crazy things, and so you will have to learn about them a little bit, but it's not that much information to consume. Okay, you gotta just trust me on this. Next, I want to talk about the monetization. Monetization can be a big make or break for the game. And I know it's not controversial to say, but I have to say it. I hate pay-to-win games. I also want to make it clear that locking heroes behind a paywall, Overwatch, I consider that as pay-to-win too. It's just frankly pay-to-win. If you lock a hero that's unique to the game behind a paywall, that's pay-to-win. And I'm happy to say that Supervive doesn't do that. Theorycraft has said they only intend to monetize cosmetics for the game, and so far I've found that to be true. You start off with a limited amount of hunters, but you can unlock more and more throughout leveling up your hero's journey, which is basically kinda like the battle pass but for Supervive. But instead of unlocking a specific hero when you get to a certain level, it lets you decide which hero you want to unlock next and which one you want to try out. And this just happens until you unlock all of the heroes. So I see that as an absolute win, okay? And let me emphasize it one more time. It's all completely free so far. Okay, it's still in its alpha. Maybe they put a price tag on it, but right now it's all free. You don't have to worry about getting your wallet out. Next, I want to talk about the map. This map is huge, and that is a great thing because every match felt completely different from the one before it. So it was always fun for me to find myself lost on a crazy part of the map, finding a squad in a weird position, trying to gain advantage through the environment because they have high ground, low ground. They got weird settings where you're in a swamp, or maybe a giant train comes whizzing down in the middle of your fight and kills you completely out of nowhere.
Oh, we got an enemy. Oh. Oh my god.
What the fuck?
Oh my gosh, I barely got touched by that train.
Bro, that train came out of nowhere.
What the?
Yes, that happened, and yes, I'm still mad about it, but it's not the map's fault. It's my fault. I'm just really shit at this game, okay? So now that you've heard me sing my praises about this game for the past however many minutes, I want to talk about my critiques and negative emotions I feel towards the game, okay? Let's get honest here. Let's have a little cry session about Supervive. Before we start that, I just want to give you a quick reminder. Don't forget, I consider this game to be around a 7 or 8 out of 10. But every game has its flaws, and here are a few problems I have with Supervive. First of all, the hero list, or the hunters, is very small and short. There's not too many of them. Honestly, I feel like Overwatch and Valorant have more of an excuse to have a small roster of characters because it's usually one-on-one fighting, one team against another, so not many heroes are used every single match. But in Supervive, you have 10 teams duking it out on a map, which means you'll run into a lot of the same hunters over and over again because due to the hunter shortage. I definitely think, I don't even want to say think, I know as the game goes on, they'll add more and more hunters to the game, just like the games similar to them. But I wanted to point out that in a battle royale style, there are a lot of clones of the same hunters in every match compared to like a one-on-one. When you have a one-on-one in Supervive, that's a 4v4. So there's 8 hunters possibility in that match. But when you play their battle royale style, that's 4 teams of 10. So that's going to be 40 different hunters, which they don't have that many. So that's when you're going to start to see a lot of the same clones. Just so everyone's aware of that. I count that as a negative. I'd like to see a more diversity of hunters. That'd be pretty cool. I do also want to point out, though, I want to consider that when you have more and more hunters, there might be some more fitting into a meta that, you know, people can take advantage of with a game like this, big and advanced with all these different strategies. Some can fall into a meta, so be careful as you add more hunters, Supervise. I want to advise you, Supervise. Yeah, so this pun doesn't really work because the name of the game is Supervive, not Supervise. I'm a fucking idiot. I want to advise you, Supervise. Be careful. Okay, don't make some people OP over more. I don't want to see any metas building up. I like it. I like where it's crazy battle royale duking out, okay? The next issue I have with Supervise is that it's a battle royale genre so late in the game. I will be honest with you. I love battle royales, especially Fortnite. And I love the unique spin Supervise is bringing to the battle royale genre, honestly. But the issue is that the battle royale genre was big back in 2017. That's 7 years ago. And just now is when the game is coming out. So I definitely felt some fatigue with the constant back to the lobby, ready up rhythm you constantly find yourself in Battle Royale games. Especially since the Battle Royale genre has been a thing for so long, people have kind of gotten tired of it. So I'm hoping that Supervise can maybe improvise and add a couple more game modes in. They already have some death matches which are fun. And I really do like the Battle Royale mode. But I don't think that'll be the saving grace for this game if they want to survive and, you know, be as big of a game as they want it to be. If they want this to be a long-lasting game, I'd really like to see them add some more game modes then, just other than Battle Royale. That's been a genre for far too long now to be still successful, I think, with only that game mode. My final big issue with the game is a very weirdly specific critique. It is with how they decided to have the players drop into the map. They use a typical battle bus style, fly over a certain part of the map, but instead of dropping anywhere, the players are limited to a thin line of where they can drop from the bus. The benefits to this is that the players are close to each other in the early game, so it can bring you some fun, exciting combat in the early game. Because it's a big map and there's only 10 teams in total, the early game can be more fun. And the different rounds feel more unique because the plane only lets you drop so far from it, and it will only fly over certain parts of the map each round. However, the downside to this is that sometimes you may never get to see a certain part of the map because maybe the plane's only flying over on this end of it when you want to see the other side, and you're not allowed to fly that far from the bus. Plane, sorry dude, I'm thinking too much about Fortnite, dude. I gotta go play some Season 3, I'm just saying. And another downside to this is that when you have teams dropping right on top of each other, that'll knock out almost half the lobby right away in the early game, whether they land on each other accidentally or purposefully. You're knocking out so many teams in the early game in this giant map, which will make the mid game feel really lackluster and boring. Like you're just looting up and you're not really having any combat. It really just makes the mid game feel extra long. Okay, I want you to know that I see the positive aspects and the negative aspects to this style, and I really honestly do think they should change this style. But if that's how they want it, they should just go with it if that's their style. But I really do think the cons outweigh the pros in this. So this has been my review on the new up and coming game Supervive. Theorycraft, I really wanted to thank you for letting me playtest your game. I actually had a pretty fun time with my friends. Like I said, I rate your game like a 7 or 8. Like that should be taken as a compliment, okay? I hope maybe this criticism can be seen by Theorycraft. Maybe they can just take it into consideration, see what other creators are saying. Maybe they're saying the complete opposite of me. Then don't listen to me, dude. I just play Fortnite, okay? But this has been my honest opinion, and I want to thank Theorycraft for letting me be as honest as I want with the game. They let us play test this game, and they told us, say whatever you have to say about the game, and I can really appreciate that. A lot of companies these days really just make you want to chill out for them, and thank you Theorycraft for letting us give our honest opinion. Let us beat you in the bum with our criticism a little bit, but honestly, I think you got a good game going. Thank you everyone for watching. Let me know what you think about my opinions. To be fair, a lot of you watching this haven't had a chance to play the game yet, but from what you've seen from the gameplay and everything, what do you think on my opinions? And let me know if you're excited to play Supervive. You think this is gonna be a pretty fun game? I think so. I'd like to see way more people so I don't keep dropping in lobbies with all these really good game developers and creators that keep whooping my ass. I need some noobs to get in this game so I can fucking whoop their asses, okay? Apex Predator right here, baby. Alright, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.